Okay, Diff Man here, about to do a BMW X-Drive diff. As you can see, what's kind of funny is these things are so small. Look at this. This is for an X5. And look how small that is. I mean, here's my hand for comparison. No wonder these things fail. So if you looked at like a, well, here's for an example. This is the rear differential out of a Porsche Cayenne. And here's the front out of a X-Drive. So these things, look at that. I'm going to take a picture of that. Here's the deal. All-wheel drive, so it's spinning all the time. The front's spinning just as much as the rear. There is no part-time in an all-wheel drive vehicle. So to think that this tiny little case can handle the same amount of revolutions, the same amount of heat, the same amount of drive time as the really big rear differential. Granted, it's doing a lot of the work, so the gears are bigger, but the case capacity is so much smaller in here. So no wonder these things fail. They're turning just as much, and they have a lot less fluid in them. I think that's probably the reason why so many all-wheel drive vehicles have a terrible track record with the front differentials failing. The rears are built so much more robust, but the fronts are doing just as much work when it comes to revolutions and capacity of oil and oil change frequency. It doesn't really matter because all that's different is the gears are a little bit beefier in the rear than in the front. So I think that's probably the main reason. These X-Drives are really small, especially for an X5. That's a pretty big SUV, and you can see just how small it really is. So anyway, I'm going to get to rebuilding this and bring you up on a few things that I note as we go along.